Hi, and welcome to Walking in Authority with Heather Smith. I am doing the little car thing today because I'm currently waiting for the house mom of the women's home that's opening up to arrive at the airport. So I've been waiting for 3.5 hours almost because of delays in weather. However, I'm thankful that she's literally in the air and on the way. So today I want to talk to you about just surrendering to God on a daily basis. You know, it's hard. Well, it can be hard to surrender to God if you make it hard. I know for myself, I remember the day that I surrendered it all to Him. I remember the feeling. I remember I don't remember what Pastor was talking about. I think it was something about you can't have one foot in the old trying to get to the new, or something like that. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I know that in that moment I knew that I was ready to surrender it all to Him. I remember for years and years and years I would pray, God, take this away. God, take this away from me. Lord, take this away. And I guess I just wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to surrender it all to Him. And that day, I remember going to the altar and hitting my knees and just being like, God, you can have it all of it. Everything that is in me that is preventing me or hindering me or anything that I'm trying to hold on to, like anything, God, you can have it all. You can have it all. I lay it at your feet and you can have it. I don't want it anymore. I don't want to carry it anymore. I'm done. I'm done with trying to hang on to people or things that I don't need to hang on to. God, you can have it all. You can have it, every single part of it, you can have it. And I just remember from that moment, like, I've been completely different. From that moment, I have finally actually believed, not believed, because I mean, I believed that even before, but I guess I no longer allowed anyone or anything else to tell me who I was or who I wasn't, because in that moment I released it all to God. I released my timeline, I released my control, I released my old behaviors, my old thinking, my old everything. I released it and I surrendered it all to Him. And from that moment, my life has changed drastically. There has been people that I had to walk away from that literally, it crushed me. I didn't know if I was going to be able to get past that, because, you know, I was supposed to be married. A month ago, I was supposed to get married. And walking away from that was very hard. It was something that I really, really wanted, really thought was going to happen. And whenever I finally started to realize that it wasn't, it was hard. But that day when I surrendered it all to God, I surrendered what I thought my life should look like. I surrendered what I thought everything should look like. I gave it all to Him and I laid it at His feet. I put it on the cross and I left it there. And like I said, from that day, my life has been so different. I have watched God move in my children's lives. I have watched God move in my life. And I'm just in awe of everything that He's doing right now. Everything. 2024 was a year of letting go for me. Letting go of things, people, control mainly. And doing that has completely changed my life. I am about to open a women's home in honor of my sweet, sweet friend Miranda. And God gave me this vision in 2024. I'm sorry, not 2024, 2017. And there were moments where I wanted to give up. There were moments to where I didn't think it was going to happen. But deep down inside of me, I knew that it would. I kept talking about it. Even whenever those moments of doubt, or even when those moments of I don't know, man. I don't know if I heard God right. I don't know if it's going to happen. I still continue to speak that out of my mouth. I still continue to say it's going to happen. And people would look at me like, how? I'm like, I have no idea. I just know that God's going to make it happen. Some way, somehow, it's going to happen. Whenever God says so, it's going to happen. And it's literally opening in 6 days. And that blows my mind, like it does. I used to be someone who didn't believe in herself. I didn't believe in that I was qualified. I didn't believe that I was enough. I didn't believe that I could do anything so big, you know, because whenever he gave me that vision, it was big, it was scary. And so I didn't know if I could do it. I didn't know if I was capable of doing it. But whenever I surrendered it all to him, like really fully surrendered it all to him, things began to happen in my life, in my kids' lives. I have watched my kids seek after God. I have watched my kids, like, it is amazing to me. It is amazing to me. I have amazing kids, and I'm so thankful for them. I'm thankful for their forgiveness. I'm thankful for them walking this out with me. I'm thankful for them loving me. I'm thankful for them supporting me and encouraging me when I needed those, you know, that encouragement, those words of encouragement. My kids were there, and I'm so thankful for that. You know, I wasn't always the best mom. I wasn't always in the best mindset or the best place to be able to be the mom that I needed to be in that season of their life. However, as they gotten older and I began to heal, I'd set my kids down and I was like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for all the pain and the hurt I caused you. I'm sorry for worrying more about my healing and not realizing that you yourself had to heal from things that I had done. And it's been a blessing. It's been a blessing to watch my family grow. It's been a blessing to watch my family elevate. It's been a blessing to watch my family grow closer to God. Are we perfect? No, of course not. And we never will be. But the point and the part that is such a blessing and that I'm so thankful for is that we get up every day trying our best to be everything that God wants us to be. And you know, with this home opening up next week, I have cried so many happy tears, so many thankful tears. God has literally blown my mind, and I know that he's only getting started. I know that he's only getting started. You know, I say all that to say that surrendering it all to God is very, very important. It takes that daily. It takes you surrendering it all to him on a daily basis. When you get up in the mornings and you wake up with that attitude or with that, you wake up in that funk and you're not really sure where it came from, it takes surrendering that to him. When you have that moment of doubt, when that thought of, can I really do this? Is this really going to happen? It takes surrendering that to him. The ones that say, you're not good enough and that's not going to happen. I don't know how that's going to happen. You shouldn't do it that way. You should do it this way. You should do this. You shouldn't do that. It takes surrendering that to him. Those temptations, it takes surrendering that to him. The worry of how it's going to get done and when it's going to get done, you have to surrender that to him. You have to surrender all things to him on a daily basis. Not just that one time and saying, God, I give it to you. I surrender it to you. You can have it. It's all yours. That's great. But it's going to take that every single day. It's going to take you letting go of your ways, your thoughts. It's going to take you letting go of control. It's going to take you letting go of the things that pop up in your life. Because I'm telling you, whenever you decide to give it all to God and surrender it all to him, there will be so many things that try to come in the way, in your path, to distract you, to detour you, to discourage you to, oh man, so many things. But you get to surrender it to him. You get to surrender it to him on a daily basis. Every single day, you surrender it all to him. All of it. The bad attitude, the selfishness, the anxiety, the depression, the temptations, the control, all of it. Surrender it to him every single day, because that's what it's going to take. Our callings come with some trials and tribulations. Our calling comes with some hard stuff. But listen, God is in control. And when you surrender it to him on a daily basis and you let him do it, you let him be the one that carries that burden for you, you let him fight that battle for you, it makes it easier. It makes it to where you can have that peace and that joy because you know that God's got you. I surrendered it to him. I laid it at his feet. I laid it on the cross, and now I don't have to carry it anymore. I can give it to God, and I can leave it there, and I don't have to worry about it anymore, because he's not going to go back on his promises. He's not going to go back on what he says. He's going to do exactly what he said. It's not going to look like what you want it to look like. Trust me. It's not going to look like what you want it to look like. But whenever it does happen and it looks like how it's supposed to look like, it's going to be amazing and it's going to be a blessing to you. I encourage you to sit at Jesus's feet and ask him, God, search me. Search within me and tell me what I need to surrender to you. What do I need to give over to you? Search me, Lord, and tell me what I'm still hanging on to and what I need to lay at your feet. And he will tell you. And when he tells you, you lay it at his feet and you leave it there. Lay it and leave it. Okay? Because he's got amazing things in store for you. You got kingdom work to do. You've walked through the process, you've healed, you've overcome. Maybe you haven't. And if you haven't healed and you haven't overcome, please do that. You need to heal. You need to overcome from your past. The only time you need to look back there is to remind you of what God has brought you through. That's the only time you need to look behind you. Any other time, you need to look forward. You need to look forward. And trust God with that unknown. Trust God with the scary. Trust God with the uncomfortable. Because he will never leave you nor forsake you. There will be times when you feel like it's there, and then all of a sudden you feel like it's not. There's going to be some ups. There's going to be some downs. There's going to be some valleys. There's going to be some mountains. But you can do it. As long as you put God in control and let him lead you. Not your own wants and your own needs, but him. Let God guide you. Let God lead you on the path that he has for you. It's okay. You're going to lose people. You're going to lose people, and you're going to feel like you don't have anybody around you. But trust him when that happens. Because he's only trying to bring those around you that are going into that next season with you. Trust him with that. Trust him. This next year is going to be big for you. It's going to be big for me. This next year is going to be your surrender and your healing. That's what lies into next year. But you have to make that choice to surrender it to him. I can't wait to see all that God does through Miranda's Place and all that God does through each and every woman that's coming into this home. Excuse me, I'm tired. I cannot wait to see what he does. Through the women that pour into these other women, through each and every one of us involved in Miranda's Place, through the women that's in Miranda's Place, I cannot wait to see what he does. It's going to be incredible. And I am so thankful that I get to watch God, move mighty in people's lives. In the memory of my sweet friend Miranda. I don't even have words sometimes because I'm just so in awe of what God is doing. The people he has placed around me, the people that he has supporting and donating and wanting to pour into these women and love on them is such a blessing to me, more than anybody could ever know. Because I surely can't do this alone. God is first and foremost, but I need everybody that God's sending to do this. It's going to take a village to really, really inspire and motivate these women. I'm thankful that the pastors I have in my life, because I know they are the best shepherds possible over these women's life. God chose them to be the shepherds of these women's life, and I am so thankful for that. I am so thankful for that. I pray that you lay everything at Jesus' feet in 2024 and you leave it there. Don't pick it up again. I have went back and forth with laying it, picking it back up, laying it, picking it back up. No more. We lay it at his feet and we leave it there. So lay it all at God's feet and leave it there. Leave it at his feet and go into 2025 with a surrender heart. Someone that's really, truly seeking out healing. And let 2025 be the year that you heal and you overcome from all the chains and the strongholds and the bonds that have held you down all of your life. We're leaving that in 2024. In 2025, it's your year to heal, to surrender, and to have all that God has for you. I really hope this encouraged you. It was kind of short and sweet, but I really hope it encouraged someone to lay it at Jesus' feet exactly where it belongs and leave it there. God bless you. I pray you have an amazing night. Remember, you're awesome, you're amazing, and you walk in authority. Bye.